How are you doing, everybody? Zach here from Three Blokes with Beards giving you an update video. And I admit, a very long overdue update video. So, have you ever wondered in your life why things just don't stop going wrong whenever you're trying to get anywhere? Well, for the past few weeks that's been our situation. Vaughn's gotten a new job, which means that his router keeps changing every week until they, give him a certain one, I guess. So we haven't been able to spend as much time with each other to record videos, and shit's just been happening. Just too much shit to go into. Point is, a lot of the time that we would have is being taken away because of other duties. However, that's the bad news out of the way. Now I'm going to bring you some good news. But first, before the good news, I would like to say to everyone who has stuck around despite the absence of videos, thank you very much for staying. We do appreciate you hanging around and bearing with us. Thank you very much. I mean that. I really do. From the bottom of my heart, thank you very much for staying with the channel. Now, good news. You might have remembered before that I was doing the Star Wars Heroes playthrough. Well, unfortunately, the tablet I was playing that on broke. But the good news is I have a new one, and I can start playing tablet games again. But that's not the only new console I've got. I've gotten myself I wouldn't say top of the line, but a very good gaming PC. So now PC games are going to start playing on the channel more often. So what you're seeing right now is just a few clips of some of the games you can expect to come later on in the channel. And while you're watching these, I also have two announcements to make. We're going to try and bring two new kinds of videos to the channel. The first is the kind of thing you would see a lot of people do, where they just talk about a game, maybe rate it at the end. You know, the kind of thing you would see Brutal Moose and Pro Jared do. We're going to start doing those sorts of videos because while they do seem obvious and maybe numerous, people really do like talking about this stuff, especially gamers, you know. People like to talk about games. I like to talk about games, so let's talk about games. Makes sense, doesn't it? Second kind of video we're going to be making is we're going to do a podcast-esque kind of video. I say video because we're not entirely sure how you would get a podcast on, well, a place that does podcasts like iTunes or anything like that. I haven't got the slightest clue. But anyway, we're going to start on YouTube, and if it gets popular, we might try and move it onto things like, I don't know, maybe Spotify, iTunes, whatever. But it's going to be called Chinwag, and it's basically me, Vaughn, and Mike, and possibly Jenny, which is Vaughn's girlfriend, by the way, talking about something related to gaming. Now, it could be a popular news story that's going around, it could be a new game that's coming out, it could just be a general discussion about games in general. But what I personally would like to get out of it is the subscribers give us a topic to talk about. So let's say, for example, we finish the first episode of Chinwag, and then in the comments below, someone says, talk about if you think games are too easy, or if DLC is a rip-off, and we talk about that in the next one. Because I think it would just be interesting, because it would give you the viewpoints of four different types of, well, I say gamers in quotation marks because I'm a dedicated casual gamer, as I would describe myself. I don't go to tournaments, I don't aim to get to the top of the leaderboard, but I do play a lot of games and I will play anything that I like. Vaughn he's a casual gamer, but he's casual shooter, casual destruction kind of gamer, I guess. Mike is well, it's not right to describe him as elite because he doesn't go to tournaments or anything like that, but when Mike finally does a video on the channel, you will see that he does some ridiculously skilled things on the games. Like, if you've ever played Civilization, Mike can fill a whole map of his troops against the hardest difficulty AI in that game with ease, and we have not got the slightest clue how he does things like that. But anyway, I'm getting off topic now. And Jenny would also join in on Chinwag as well, because Jenny's not a gamer. At best, she's casual mobile gamer. So I think it'd be interesting if we got given a topic, let's say DLC. Is it overpriced? or is it a rip-off? And you've got these three gamers giving their opinion, and then a non-gamer giving her opinion as an outsider looking in. So I think it would be an interesting thing to watch. If it sounds interesting to you, let me know below, because it's really appreciated. If your input is greatly valued, and we really do appreciate you joining in any way you can, good or bad, because it just means you like seeing what we do, and you like interacting with us, and our sole goal of the channel is to entertain you. And if you're interacting with us in a good way, it means it's working. If you're interacting with us in a bad way, it means we need to improve, and we're willing to, because that's the sole goal of this channel, like I say, is to entertain people. Well, that's pretty much it. There isn't much else to say, except, once again, sorry for the delay in videos, but we are getting our shit back together. I've taken my recording gear back from Vaughn's house, because we were recording at his house for a while. I've brought it back home. I'm going to start doing solo Let's Plays again until Vaughn can sort himself out. But that's pretty much all I have to say now, so thanks everyone who's stuck around, and we'll see you next time.